The mission of Connected Learning is to develop inclusive education. This collaborative learning formula focuses on students' linguistic communication during remote asynchronous collaboration and perfectly supports inclusiveness of the learning process, even for groups particularly vulnerable to social exclusion, like people with disabilities or limited mobility. Learning together, achieving common goals across divisions, barriers, and time zones is an excellent form of supporting a society open to multiculturalism, which is the long-term goal of Connected Learning educational modules. The 2-week thematic modules provide a wide range of guidelines and inspiration for the use of innovative teaching methods, increasing the effectiveness of the teaching process without interfering with the school curricula already in place. Students participate in decision-making about the way of solving tasks in group collaboration, and self or peer evaluation implemented in the units foster a sense of responsibility in students, responsibility for the process of learning. This also promotes critical thinking about the consequences of undertaken actions. This also significantly improves the quality of education, changing students' attitudes towards communication in a foreign language and towards education in general. We also hope that the embedded tips for teachers and a variety of tech tools used in the modules will additionally enhance the competencies of the teaching staff at your school, which will positively impact the quality of education. We hope that you choose to implement the new educational tools provided by the project. We hope that the international cooperation of schools and students, enabled by the Connected Learning formula, will have a lasting positive impact on the quality of the educational offer. So let's dive into the individual modules and explore the exciting lessons and tasks for a successful Connected Learning experience.
Welcome to the Connected Learning Food module, where we embark on an exciting journey of exploration and skill building. The module contains extra activities for IB students as well as I'm Done section for early finishers. In Lesson 1 and 2, students will explore and dive into discussions about the most popular ingredients in their countries. Following the steps, they will prepare short videos. To get started, they will watch example videos for inspiration and guidance. Guiding questions will help them delve deeper into the topic and confidently approach their task. Lesson 3 spans one 45-minute period focusing on giving and receiving feedback. They will post responses for at least 3 videos, fostering a sense of community and encouraging constructive feedback. Lessons 4 and 5, comprising 2 periods each, shift focus to reading comprehension and online tasks. Students will warm up with vocabulary exercises and explore cultural influence on future foods. There is an optional task fostering and enhancing collaboration. They will also learn how to evaluate articles' reliability. Lessons 6, 7, and 8 revolve around critical thinking and justifying opinions. Students will practice life skills by crafting letters to companies or teachers, guided by provided success criteria. As the unit concludes, students are invited to reflect and evaluate their learning experience through a feedback form. Teachers are also encouraged to share their ideas for continuous improvement. Now, let's have a closer look and take a moment to appreciate the ingenuity of our students' creations. Thank you for joining us on this educational journey. Together, we will sharpen our skills, explore new horizons, and grow as learners. Let's dive in.
My BlackBerry is not working.
Here, the BlackBerry is a reference to a company that makes phones, while showing the food item itself.
What's the matter? Run out of juice?
Ran out of juice is a phrase used when saying that a car ran out of gasoline or an electronic device ran out of batteries. When interpreted literally, can mean that the fruit has no liquid inside.
No, it's completely frozen.
A frozen fruit means a fruit below 0 Celsius. A frozen electronic device is a device that is no longer responding, usually stuck in an infinite loop of computing.
Let's try it on orange.
Here, they mention Orange, which may reference the company Orange.
Well, it could be an application issue.
An application issue references the fact that computer programs are called applications. However, the word application can also mean the way you use something.
It's on my desktop.
Here, you can either write desktop, which means a computer, or desktop, the top of the desk.
You might want to launch the BlackBerry from the desktop.
This, of course, refers to the ability to double-click icons on your computer desktop in order to start the program that icon is assigned to.
Also got a problem, to be honest, with my Apple.
Apple is a reference to a company that makes various types of electronic devices, while showing the fruit apple itself.
When did you buy that? Last week. Last week? Oh, they brought out 2 new apples since then.
2 new apple juices since last week means owner has made 2 new apple juice since last week. This describes the fact that Apple creates new devices frequently.
The project helped me learn how to work in a group, and I learned a new vocabulary. It was a cool experience.
It was a meaningful experience for me because I'm from Japan and all of my friends are from Poland, so they are Polish people. I had to talk with them in English, so working together wasn't so easy.
I think the project was a nice experience and I learned a lot of new vocabulary. I really liked working in groups and I hope there will be another project like this.
Super pomysłem, wyostrzył moje zdolności języka angielskiego i było to o wiele lepsze niż siedzenie z książkami przy biurku, bo można było się wiele nauczyć i fajne aplikacje poznałam na przyszłość i note-taking skills, więc fajnie.
You are about to take part in the incredible journey into the world of culture. In this module, there are 8 45-minute lessons and some extra materials. Lessons 1 and 2 introduce culture-related vocabulary, asking your students to prepare their own vocabulary quizzes using proper technology. International cooperation incorporated into this module is based on exchanging the quizzes and providing feedback to the works of others. In the following 2 lessons, students will have a chance to watch some intriguing, award-winning short animations and prepare high-quality recordings on their own. At the bottom of the page, there are guiding questions which will help your students make the best videos. As in the previous 2 lessons, cooperation bases on exchanging the videos and providing detailed feedback. Lesson 5 and 6 will make your students delve into another aspect of culture, which is music. They can go intercultural thanks to the proposed extension. For the base of this model, students will share music they like. The last 2 lessons are better to be done with a laptop rather than mobile devices. Success criteria for students' ebooks are provided to give students support in preparing the best product possible. students can consider taking a bigger challenge by going extra intercultural mile. It is highly recommended for students to think back about the process of approaching the challenge. Questions to aid them are proposed. And now we invite you to have a look at students' creations and comments.
The project was very cool. I learned new vocabulary, and I think that every culture project is very important in modern world because it helps us to understand better the diversity of the world.
For me, the project was cool. We could learn a lot of vocabulary, for example, from music or culture, and maybe learn how to learn a quiz in the Kahoot. Also, I love music, so it was extremely fun experience for me.
I would like to say that I really enjoyed doing this project because it was about culture, and we could describe some artists that we know or say something about our favorite music, and I think it was very interesting experience.
This module was probably the most developmental, and I learned a lot of new things there. Also, you could see the interest of work of the others and their interests.
This is the best project I have ever made. Literally, I have so much fun.
Welcome to the Connected Learning Travel module, where we embark on an exciting journey of exploration and collaboration. The module contains extra activities for IB students and I'm Done section for early finishers. Apart from language skills, they will practice life and 21st century skills. In lessons 1 and 2, students dive into planning their dream trips. They will create video presentations using Canva, adding their voice commentary for a personal touch. Before they begin, students can watch a Canva tutorial to familiarize themselves with the platform. Once their videos are ready, they will upload them to a public platform. Lessons 3 and 4 emphasize collaboration as students choose their favorite presentations and provide constructive feedback. They will also write informal emails to the potential travel companions, guided by provided questions and writing tips. This lesson also includes a quick online tutorial on writing emails. In lessons 5 and 6, students focus on information analysis, honing their written and oral communication skills, and mastering online collaboration. They will respond to and analyze their partner's ideas. They are presented with a selection of 2 tasks to showcase their independent learning. In this lesson, ChatGPT will assist them, adding an extra element of fun to their learning experience. The last 2 lessons involve creating personalized Google Maps and sharing them with partners. By the end of the module, students will have 2 maps ready for collaboration with 2 partners simultaneously. As the unit concludes, students can reflect and evaluate their learning experience through a feedback form. Teachers are also encouraged to share their ideas for continuous improvement. Let's take a closer look at our students in action, witnessing their engagement and collaborative spirit at work. Observe how they work together seamlessly, exchanging ideas and supporting one another. Their exchanges are engaging and incredibly constructive, fostering a vibrant learning environment. Take a moment to admire the professional quality of the maps they've created. Each detail is meticulously crafted, reflecting their dedication and creativity. Their positive opinions are the best recommendation for the collaborative efforts. It's evident that they've not only enjoyed the process, but also take pride in their collective achievements.
In my opinion, this project was very nice because we can explore new places in Europe.
Learn about some other people from the other half of the world.
In some new places, we can communicate with another person in English.
I really like cooperating in groups. I believe that the project, for me at least, was enjoyable. I was skeptical at first, but overall my enjoyment of this project increased.
I think that the project was a very interesting experience, and I learned vocabulary about traveling.
We could learn how to work in group.
We learned about new programs like Canva and ChatGPT.
So overall, it was an amazing experience. We all enjoyed it, and we are thankful.
Welcome to our residence module. As in all of the connected learning modules, there are 8 lessons, additional materials for IB students, and I'm Done extension. Lesson 1 in the residence module will encourage your students' reflections on their surroundings. In this module, we have incorporated a synchronous task, raising students' awareness of different time zones. Students will describe their window views, compare it to other participants. Additionally, visit a website for window swapping, which shows window views from all over the world. Apart from cooperative tasks, students are assigned an individual one, namely writing a blog entry. Following this first warm-up lesson, we have a 3-lesson block devoted to preparing maps of students' areas. This is a very useful 21st century skill. Using a clear step-by-step procedure, your students will learn how to make their own map using Google Tools. For new users, there is a tutorial provided. Students will share their maps along with video talks with other project participants. Now it's time to move to a new surrounding, college. This lesson is based on a YouTube video incorporated to an Edpuzzle. Students will practice listening comprehension, but as always, they will get a chance for international cooperation by posting tips and comments. Lastly, in this model, we encounter another block of 3 lessons. This time your students will get the chance to change the world. They will imagine going for an Erasmus exchange. Using Padlet for cooperation, they will need to carefully plan their change of the surrounding. Students will have the opportunity to establish international collaboration using writing or even meeting others online. We would highly appreciate your and your students' feedback and reflections when you finish this lesson and module. And now, we invite you to have a look at the works prepared by our students and listen to their opinions.
Na początku nie byłam przekonana do tej strony, bo jest coś innego, czego jeszcze nigdy nie próbowaliśmy, ale okazało się, że jest dużo lepsze niż po prostu nauka z książki i daje Ci więcej umiejętności. Nie wymaga nauki słówek na pamięć, tak jak to jest zazwyczaj.
Ja się właśnie bałam tego, że mnie nie zrozumieją osoby, które będą to oglądać, że właśnie nie bałam się też nagrywania siebie w tych wszystkich filmikach, no jednak to było trochę takie przełamanie takiej jakiejś bariery, bo po prostu, nie wiem, wstydziłam się też mówić i też trochę bałam się pracy w grupach. Znaczy, może bardziej po prostu nie lubiłam nigdy za bardzo pracować w grupach.
Może też wcześniej nie robiliście tego zbyt często, prawda? Więc to nie jest jakby taka naturalna forma pracy dla nas.
No to braliśmy udział w Connected Learning i chcielibyśmy przekazać nasze opinie odnośnie projektu. Ja uważam, że rozwinął nasze umiejętności pracy w grupach. No i ogólnie oceniam jako bardzo fajny projekt.
Więc co do mnie uważam podobnie jak i kolega, że poszerzyło to nasze horyzonty, działanie w grupach.
No myślę, że projekt był bardzo ciekawy. Był taką właśnie wskazówką od codziennych zajęć.
Naprawdę bardzo ciekawym doświadczeniem. Mieliśmy szansę też skontaktować się z osobami z innego kraju, w sensie z osobami z innego kraju. No na pewno bardzo ciekawa alternatywa do takich klasycznych zajęć.
Welcome to the Connected Learning Shopping Module. We are about to begin a thrilling journey which will end with your students being conscious consumers. As all of our modules, it includes 8 lessons and additional sections for IB students and I'm Done extension for early finishers. This model begins with 3 45-minute lessons where students will set their own online shop for pre-loved items. In these lessons, students will get to know shopping vocabulary, have the opportunity to work in teams, as well as practice 21st century skills while creating their own website in Canva. Following the guided steps, your students will decide on the shop's departments and prepare sub-pages for items they wish to sell. If possible, students should have one shop for the class, but you can decide to make more. The websites will be shared with other project participants, and in the following lessons, students will get the chance to go window shoppings to shops prepared by others. Lesson 4 in this module is about practicing a very useful skill which is expressing disappointment by writing a formal letter of complaint. There are scenarios students can choose from, or they can come up with their own. Structures and phrases as well as success criteria for such letters are provided. Additionally, students are encouraged to use ChatGPT to receive feedback. The next lesson covers a very up-to-date concept of fast fashion. The lesson is based on a YouTube video incorporated to an Edpuzzle where students will need to answer some questions about the watched material. Discussions in this lesson can be conducted in groups in your class, as well as joint cross-school or even cross-country groups. Lesson 6 is designed to make your students aware of a very significant issue of fair trade. Students will need to create their own shopping lists using as many fair trade products as they can find in their local supermarket. Considering cost will also be essential, as they have as much as €50 to spend for preparing a family dinner. In our next lesson, students will have the chance to use the most modern technology, namely ChatGPT. In Lesson 4, students were asked to prepare a letter of complaint, and now it's time to prepare and obtain replies. And now it's shopping time. The last lesson will take your students back to the shops they prepared at the beginning of this module. They will visit the shops made by other participants and get the chance to establish connections with others, thanks to the incorporated Google Documents. We would appreciate your and your students' feedback after completing this lesson. And now we invite you to have a look at the works of students who took part so far.
A więc co podobało mi się bardzo na temat tej kolaboracji, było to, że zadania były bardzo kreatywne i że było to ciekawe, że nie zanudziłam się, było dużo do roboty i czułam, że jest to bardzo fajny sposób, żeby móc rozwijać słownictwo i angielski.
Ja najbardziej mi się podobało w tej kolaboracji tworzenie własnej strony na Canvie, ponieważ uwielbiam tak właśnie łączyć naukę języka z technologią i te zadania były dla mnie najciekawsze, a także podobało mi się oglądanie filmu, a następnie odpowiadanie na pytania, dzięki czemu mogłam sprawdzać swoje umiejętności w języku angielskim.
Według mnie projekt był bardzo interesujący. Mogliśmy doświadczyć prac w grupach.
Moim zdaniem projekt był bardzo ciekawym i fajnym doświadczeniem. Był po prostu bardzo ciekawy.
Dla mnie projekt był bardzo interesujący i był fajnym doświadczeniem. Mogliśmy skontaktować się z osobami z innego kraju, poćwiczyć naszą pracę w grupach i zorganizować i nauczyć się nowych słówek.
Że projekt był bardzo fajnym doświadczeniem, nauczyłam się dużo nowego słownictwa, dużo również słownictwa związanego z kulturą i poprawiliśmy swoją pracę w grupach.
Welcome to the Connected Learning Identity module, where our journey of self-discovery begins. This unit contains additional tasks for IB students and extra exercises for early finishers. In lessons 1 and 2, students explore their personalities, discovering both their strengths and interests. They will express their findings creatively through visual notes like mind maps and posters, sharing them on Padlet. For extra fun, there's an optional vocabulary quiz. Lessons 3 and 4 focus on hobbies, as students create videos showcasing their interests. These videos will be shared on Flipgrid, where students can connect with peers who share similar hobbies, fostering new friendships. In lesson number 5, students use the VIA Youth Survey website to uncover their strengths, which they can share with others outside the classroom. Lesson number 6 dwells deeper into identity as students symbolically represent themselves through drawing or symbols, sharing their creations on Padlet. Lessons 7 and 8 encourage students to showcase their self-awareness by creating books, autobiographical, biographical, or fictional, using tools like Book Creator. They will share their work on Padlet, guided by provided success criteria. As the unit wraps up, students reflect on their journey through a feedback form. Teachers are also invited to share their insights, fostering a culture of continuous improvement. Let's celebrate the creativity and innovation of our students throughout this module. From start to finish, they have truly embraced the essence of self-discovery.
We'd like to share opinions about the Identity project. My opinion is that the best part was cooperation. It was a lot of fun and I had the best time with my friends.
This project let us improve our cooperation skills.
I love the freedom that this project brought us. Every question could be approached in many different ways, and I found that a very unique experience.
So I think that this project was a great way to test our language skills in everyday use, and it was the best project we've done.
I really liked that project. I really liked the main topic was about us, and our exercises in that project were really interesting.
I improved my teamwork skills.
During this period, I could develop my creativity. This project was really great. I really appreciated it, and the best part of this project was creating food. I had fun with it.
I think that project like this was a fantastic idea. I improved my creative skills.
I think that the best part of this project was making a film about our interests and hobbies.
I think the best part was writing the book. It forced us to be very creative.
In conclusion,
this project was
very great.
Now it's time to introduce our health module. We have 8 lessons, mostly put into blocks. Extension, not only for IB students, and many other additional materials. The first 2 lessons in this module will stimulate your students' critical thinking skills by showing them innovative ways of coping with stress and boosting their self-esteem. This creative task was inspired by Taylor Swift songs and mental health awareness poem. Having completed an online vocabulary task, students will follow a set of guiding questions to deliver their own piece of creative writing to be shared with others. Feedback will be provided later. Lessons 3 and 4 will familiarize your students with some ways of solving mental health issues. During these lessons, students will read real-life articles and generate imaginary problems to be addressed by other students. Guiding questions are provided to make sure your students will prepare a good quality products, which are to be uploaded to a shared Padlet. In lessons 5 and 6, students will delve into a very relevant aspects of health, these being nutrition and exercises. They will practice reading comprehension together with some 21st century skills. Students should cooperate to create a TikTok reel addressing medical problem found in the internet. Their videos should be educating and following our project's netiquette. The next lesson highlights the importance of a good night's sleep. During an intriguing jigsaw activity based on a high-quality TED Talk, students will learn new vocabulary and get an insight into their own sleeping patterns. We encourage the teachers to analyze their sleep habits by doing the reflection questions provided. The last lesson prepared for this module goes back to creative pieces uploaded to Padlet in all of our previous lessons. It will teach your students how to provide supportive feedback which can change someone's world for the better. Students should be reminded to apply the netiquette. The importance of peer support and other possibilities of helping each other will be demonstrated in a presentation describing a Teen Support Day. As always, your and your students' feedback, reflections, and evaluation of our modules are more than welcome. And now we would like to invite you to have a look at our students' creations.
I gave myself a challenge to live like everyone. I appreciate the smallest things that are all around us. I try to find happiness everywhere I go. You need to see that being grateful is the key. Remember, you only live once. There's no time to overthink. Leave the past in the past and live by now. But the most important is believe in yourself. Don't give up. Better times are coming.
We had to choose two different topics about health.
I chose to write about common sleep issues. When you can't normally sleep, you may feel tired and have trouble with concentrating and paying attention while you're awake. There's a lot of reasons why you can't sleep at night. The first one of them is insomnia. People with insomnia usually feel really tired and they feel like they don't have enough amount of sleep. Sometimes they wake up in the middle of the night and can't go back to sleep, or they have problems with falling asleep. Insomnia can be caused by stress, anxiety, poor sleep habits, or by certain medications.
Według mnie projekt też był bardzo interesujący. Mogliśmy właśnie dzięki temu bardziej zacieśnić naszą więź. Mogliśmy właśnie pracować w grupach. Nauczyliśmy się też przy okazji różnego słownictwa i było to też bardzo fajne takie oderwanie od takich zwykłych, codziennych zajęć.
Może było trochę za mało czasu na zrobienie tego projektu.
No według mnie projekt jest bardzo fajną alternatywą do zajęć, ponieważ nie dość, że rozwijamy naszą pracę w grupach, to jeszcze poznajemy ludzi z całego świata. Dzięki temu tak naprawdę najlepiej się uczymy języka angielskiego.
No to według mnie projekt był super. Mieliśmy okazję i do pracy w grupach, jak już wszyscy wspomnieli. Mieliśmy też okazję do współpracy z osobami z innych krajów, co się nieczęsto zdarza. No i po prostu mogliśmy pracować tak jakby bez żadnej presji. Jak coś nie wiedzieliśmy, to wiadomo, że był nauczyciel, który mógł nam pomóc. Wszystko szło gładko.
Możemy poznać nowe kultury, nowe alternatywy dla naszego przyszłego świata, w którym przyjdzie nam żyć.
Myślę, że ten projekt na pewno ulepszył komunikację w naszej grupie. Też nauczył nas nowego słownictwa. Jedną taką barierą właśnie to był krótki czas, ale ogólnie myślę, że powtórzyła to uczestnictwo w języku.
Welcome to the Connected Learning module centered around sports. Get ready to dive into the world of athletics and exploration. The module is packed with exciting lessons, including an IB English B extension and I'm Done section for early finishers. In lessons 1 and 2, students listen to a podcast of their choice, guided by questions to help them select an appropriate topic. Then they craft news stories or reports based on the podcast, sharing their work on Padlet and engaging with their peers' responses. Lessons 3, 4, and 5 focus on researching reliable information about their favorite sports personalities. Using Canva, students prepare talking presentations about their chosen sports figures. An optional intercultural activity promotes collaboration, negotiation, and joint commentary writing. In lessons 6 and 7, students address gender inequality in sports by writing heartfelt letters in English to their favorite female athletes. They also learn how to create a GIF. An optional extracurricular activity encourages additional collaboration. The module concludes with an overview of all tasks and comments. Students ensure they've completed all assignments and are invited to provide feedback on their peers' creations. Additionally, they explore accents and commenting techniques in a chosen video, fostering international collaboration. As the unit concludes, students and teachers have the opportunity for reflection and evaluation, providing valuable feedback on their learning and teaching experiences. Let's take a closer look at the students' creations. Get ready to explore the world of sports.
I think the project was great because we learned how to work in groups, and we learn new vocabulary, and we learn how to use programs like Canva.
I learned how to use Canva and learn the new vocabulary. The project is very fun.
Ja brałam udział w tym projekcie związanym ze sportem. On mnie się bardzo spodobał. Było to całkiem tak interesujące, znacznie lepsze niż uczenie z książki. Ale oczywiście mam kilka uwag. Na przykład na pierwszych 3 lekcjach, kiedy robiliśmy ten reportaż, news report, to było tak całkiem składnie, bo nigdy takiego nie robili, coś takiego nie robili. Ale tak całkiem było bardzo interesujące, mi się spodobało i ja bym spróbowała coś tak w przyszłości, jeśli coś takiego.
Jaka była twoja reakcja, jak zaczęliśmy robić te zadania? Kiedy to usłyszałam, myślałam, że nie podołam, ale na szczęście, gdy kilka zobaczyłam wszystkie zadania, stwierdziłam, wow, to jest proste! Co myślałaś lepszych zadań. Uważam, że było troszkę trudno przez aplikację, na której musieliśmy słuchać te podcasty, ale inaczej wydaje mi się, że było interesująco. Lepsze niż zadania w książkach. Masz rację. Jeśli już mówimy o aplikacjach, bardzo podobała mi się Canva. Po prostu to, że nauczyłam się robić prezentacje, które mogę również mówić z głosem. Amazing, nowa rzecz.
As you have seen in the descriptions of the 8 educational modules, they are teeming with valuable experiences and opportunities for students to strengthen their independence in learning, building their lifelong learning skills. Many best practices have been applied in this project-based cooperation of high school students learning English, cooperation that is based on joint problem solving. You have heard some practical information about connected learning, such as asynchronous cooperation of students and completing project tasks together based on instructions contained in the materials. And what about the teacher? The teacher's role is to support students' activities, provide them with the opportunity for self-expression and for cooperation based on learning by doing, by using tools that students learn to use together while completing the tasks. As you have also seen, students have presented their opinions and shared their impressions about the change that connected learning brings to their educational process. Many were skeptical at first, some feared the unknown, and some felt rushed a bit. But they all enjoyed the change from the regular type of lessons. They also hoped for more opportunities to connect with students of English language from other countries and cultures. As we conclude our exploration of the hands-on aspects of connected learning, it's clear that collaborative problem-solving and student-driven discovery are the key components. However, now let's look at the theoretical frameworks that underpin the connected learning approach. By examining these foundational theories, we can gain a richer understanding of the principles guiding connected learning and its positive impact on educational practices. The first theoretical foundation is the social learning theory, which underscores the significance of social interaction and collaboration in the learning process. In the context of connected learning, students from different schools or countries collaborate online, creating a democratic culture in the classrooms. This collaborative effort facilitates the sharing of ideas and knowledge. Constructionist learning suggests that learners actively construct knowledge through hands-on, experiential activities. In a world marked by growing connectivity, collaborative online learning has become imperative, preparing students for success in their future workplaces. So our connected learning projects help students deepen their understanding and develop critical thinking skills. The cultural historical activity theory emphasizes the importance of cultural and social context in shaping learning experiences. In the context of connected learning, students learn from different cultural perspectives, enhancing their understanding of global issues and diversity. We all know that in today's digitally connected world, digital literacy is crucial. This is why connected learning emphasizes the development of digital literacies, including information and media literacy, as well as digital communication skills. Through our units, students learn to navigate and evaluate digital content, enhancing their ability to communicate and collaborate effectively in online environments. Connected learning also aligns with participatory culture, where learners actively contribute, create, and engage within a learning community. By completing engaging assignments, students produce content and collaborate on projects, fostering a sense of agency and ownership over their learning. This interconnectedness provides students with access to a wider range of perspectives and expertise for their future. In reality, connected learning is not confined to a single theory or framework. Rather, it integrates various concepts. This holistic approach capitalizes on the benefits of technology, while also fostering meaningful, socially embedded, and interest-driven learning experiences. Research conducted over the last decade, which is listed in the article on our project website, you can view it by clicking the QR code on this page, indicates that students need to understand the aims and purposes of collaborative learning, and they also need to be supported with development of positive learning attitudes and beliefs. The importance of teachers' guidance during the learning process is also mentioned in the research. This is precisely why connected learning, implementing international and intercultural online student collaboration focused on 21st century skills, includes such guidance and support. It has been carefully built into the structure of the lessons, and it is provided to teachers free of charge as professional development.
I think it was quite difficult from the beginning. I was really confused and stressed because I didn't know how my students will perform. But it was amazing, really. They were happy, I was happy, and they told me that it had been the best project they have ever taken part in.
Well, my students pretty enjoyed both modules, I have to say, although the most interesting part was the interactive part, especially the flip videos.
I've tested module food with my students. From the beginning I knew there were some imperfections, but even though I believe that my students will be excited, and I was right. What was great about this module to see their engagement, enthusiasm, and how they overcame their shyness. I heard from my students they would like to have more interaction with students from different countries, more tasks, more exercises.
One of the students testing in Iceland is my daughter. So she found it okay, but she was thinking maybe better communication between her and other students in other countries should be better.
How did you like the collaboration project?
So I very like the collaboration project because I could work with my classmates, I could use my IT skills. We created a map and we were speaking in English, so I improved it a lot.
I think that all the projects were amazing and helped me learn new vocabulary, and thanks to them I could learn to cooperate more in group and use different websites.
At the beginning of the project it was not easy to work in groups and fit in the time. However, with every next project it was more interesting experience, and I can say I see that my English has improved.
Hi, so after doing 3 modules, this is my opinion on them. Overall, I think that I enjoyed this project, although I do believe that it had some flaws. For example, I think that it wasn't easy to make them on our phones in class, but we had to bring a laptop to class, which I think slowed us down. And I also believe that we didn't have enough time for some exercises. However, I do believe that there were more enjoyable things about this project. The exercises that we did were overall pretty fun. They encouraged us to think a lot. Also to work in pairs.
Sam projekt był bardzo ekscytujący. Zrobiliśmy dużo fajnych projektów, na przykład robiliśmy prezentację o naszym ulubionym sportowcu. W tym ja robiłam o naszej polskiej tenisistce Lidzie Świątek i bardzo mi się podobało, dużo się nauczyłam.
Także podczas tego projektu mogłem nauczyć się trochę lepiej angielskiego i nowych rzeczy, ponieważ mogłem poćwiczyć swoje letters of complaints i odpowiedzi do takich rzeczy, więc była to fajna alternatywa do normalnych lekcji angielskiego.
Jeśli kiedykolwiek zastanawialiście się, jak możecie wzmocnić swoje umiejętności XXI wieku, jeśli mieliście kiedykolwiek problem z używaniem ChatGPT lub spotkami lub wszystkich takich portali społecznościowych jak Flip bądź Padlet. I musicie spróbować najnowszych Connected Learning Modules. Są to zadania interaktywne, które wzmocnią Wasze umiejętności XXI wieku, m.in. informatyczne, ale także komunikacyjne i wspomogą też Waszą umiejętność pracy w grupach.
We truly hope that after watching this summary of the unique experience given to students in our connected learning world and being a bit more familiar with the theoretical foundings of this collaborative educational idea, you are interested to implement it in your classes. You can see how many real-world tasks have been built into our educational modules and at the same time how much freedom there is for the learners. Experiencing autonomy in the learning process is so empowering. Making choices in the materials that students learn and review or in the type of creative works they generate allows students to take responsibility for the steps they take to complete the assignments. And for some students, this might be the first time at school that they feel empowered and enthusiastic to learn. It was even more tangible because their work extends beyond their school walls. By collaborating on tasks with students from other schools or other countries and sometimes other cultures, they gain valuable insight and develop their intercultural and interpersonal skills. Practicing life skills is not just a slogan in our connected learning model. Students not only produce materials in a foreign language, but also discuss, negotiate, and give supportive feedback in English. They are also taught how to evaluate their own work and the effects of their education. And the worldwide networking aspect should not be undervalued here too. The chance for meeting people from different corners of the globe and exchanging thoughts with them is an experience that is really appreciated by teenagers. Equally valuable was the process they observed, the transformation of the teacher's role from a knowledge provider to a facilitator and assistant in their own learning experience. In such a model, given the autonomy of action, they could really feel the power of working in a group and strive to strengthen their cooperation skills. This gives them a chance to remodel their thinking about their own learning and strengthen their internal motivation. And so, it gives them the power to continue the lifelong learning and master their life skills. If you wish to get more know-how, you may go back to the first part of our video guide, or you can learn more about our educational modules on our website. We invite you to join us in this incredible journey towards 21st century education in a connected learning way. Find our Connected Learning group on Facebook to get in touch with participating teachers, get support while implementing the connected learning modules in your curriculum, and network with other educators in the world. See you there!